Have you ever had the feeling that no matter how hard you work, you never feel like you're getting any richer? What if it is not just the thought of creating wealth, but the idea that there is meaning to the existence of wealth that can free you? In this first part of the series, we will discover how wealth can change one's life, open up horizons, and set up an enduring that is aligned with values. In this week's episode, you will learn how financial planning makes you a stronger person and helps you create a better life. Appreciate with us one of the most important facets of liberty that comes with wealth: the self-liberation and opportunity to find your true self. Are you prepared to have a brighter future and be ready to take action to make this possible? The information contained in this video is so rich that you may shift your understanding of money and wealth with this video only. Let's dive in. About the distinctions between wealth and money, it is high time to realize that wealth is much more than well-stuffed pockets. We are now adopting the meaning that wealth is something that increases regardless of one's effort, and money is the amount earned through the period of time spent and hard work. For example, consider how well an investment in a house or a share will grow with time and begin to act as a sort of insurance policy against money troubles. It is necessary especially for anyone who has set high goals for her financial career. This is because through wealth creation, people can attain the do-it-yourself provider status and be on the right direction towards a prosperous future of lots of possibilities. But then again, financial freedom in an individual's life involves having assets that bring along within them passive earnings. Thus, when it is time to think about the money plan, try to think about how you can escape from the cycle of making cash and starting thinking of developing long-term value wealth that will improve your life and character. Wealth helps to acquire some types of freedom, which many people can only imagine, at least, the type of freedom which is treated as the meaning of life by many people. When you have the financial resources, you can afford to take risks or experiment, and even if things go wrong, you won't be out of business. Just think about the opportunity to dive deep into some personal passion, whether it's becoming an entrepreneur and starting up their own enterprise, or coming up with a creative project one always has in mind, but can't quit the regular job and start making money from it right away. This kind of freedom helps people to become stronger, to develop themselves and unerringly find the most meaningful vocation. For instance, an individual may choose to practice necessary breaks from work and career to travel and learn additional languages that can hardly be paid for with money. The search for meaning here not only makes an individual happy but predicates a good life for everybody involved. When thinking of your own life's experience, there exists an opportunity to think of wealth in terms of anthem for freedom from constraints and symbol for embracing opportunities. Wealth is not only a measure of personal property, it is also a form of guarantee that, in terms of resource, surpasses in importance military security since it improves one's quality of life on all levels of reality. When people have money, they can ensure their and their family's protection from life unpredictability. It is not just protection is in having a roof over your head, but also in affordable quality and accessible healthcare as well as education and employment, which might otherwise be out of their reach. For example, where due to some savings one can decide to travel to another company for a better employment opportunity or be able to afford proper education for their children. This hope breeds resistance and makes one to confront a challenge in a positive instead of a pressured manner. As you evaluate your own personal financial planning and wealth creation roadmap, ponder on how amassing wealth is not just a prerequisite for the near-full, luxurious, comfortable life, but also how wealth can afford one a worry-free life, a security of knowing that should anything happen, you've got it covered. Riches are not only about coming out for personal profit, they are also used to bring change that adds value to society, hoarding fames for generations to come. It is always beneficial when people invest the money in the right ways and promote innovation that can be good for the society and important for cause. For instance, there is a man or woman who decides to set up a charity organization with the aim of raising scholarship to improve on the education of underprivileged youths. It does not only change lives but enhances the society by putting up examples for everyone to emulate in order to unleash positive change. If people consider wealth as an instrument for uplifting community, they can build strong shields in the society, as well as write success stories that inspire others. When reflecting upon your own path to financial functionality, consider how your assets and resources will not only be utilized for personal gain, but for the sending out positive ripples for the betterment of others and therefore the future. Comfort is evident based on the type of wealth, and such comfort helps a person to achieve and have a comfortable life and beefily be alive to appreciate the basic things in life. The stress of the financial demands gives way for people to apply their time in things that will make them happy apart from struggling to pay bills each month. Imagine a person who can pay for a yoga class or a cooking lesson. Not only do such lessons benefit the body, but also the mind and soul. However, as mentioned earlier, having the ability to fund travel or hobbies enhances one's self-development as it provides avenues of undertaking self-reflection as well as engaging with others. From this comfort, people are able to live their lives to the fullest, building coping mechanisms against the various stresses that are normally associated with financial difficulties. As you relate it to yourself, try to define how wealth creation can make your life better and provide you with opportunities for a better life experience. For Sandy, money must be more than storage of resources, but even the potential for growth in all aspects of life. If people pay attention on strengthening their financial core, people get in the positions where one or another develops new skills and knowledge. For instance, there is a person who buys a course in digital marketing or coding, a type of activity that will likely result in gaining a better job. The kind of self-education that is being advocated here does not only make one effective in making money, but also prepares one to cope economically. When people aim at growing, they can change and look for new opportunities whenever they arise. When you consider the case of this kind of journey, one which is personal, one has to wonder how one could use the resources available to invest in development to create a better life for oneself, brimming with prospects. As compounding one's fortune should be regarded as more than self-serving greed, but as a way of achieving as much good as possible for the world. There is the creation of community and/or societal advancement when people manage their monetary resources under the concept of useful purpose. For example, imagine a young, successful businessman who has chosen to invest part of the profit from his company's sales into local charity or other small businesses instead. They don't only benefit from such a concept, but makes the society a better place to live in, where every person is given a chance to succeed. Through investing into the betterment of other people's lives, self and others become more ready to fight for a common noble course. When reminiscing about your financial experience, consider how you are going to use your cash or any financial assets to bring change in your community positively before you leave this world. These concerns reveal that financial independency is a unique chance to study oneself and one's preferences to achieve happiness. When people have financial worries taken away from them, there are so many things that one is able to do what one has a passion for doing, like, for instance, painting, writing music, or even open a new business. Think of a person who had this only desire their whole life, to write a novel, but they had to work to pay the bills. This way, thanks to the separation of the financial issue, the protagonists have time for their intellect to unleash for writing. This exploration not only leads to improved overall quality of life for the participating individual, but also to the concept of self-actualization, as people find new about themselves and learn to cope with life's pressures and challenges. In pondering what kind of life you might want, contemplate how the concept of being financially independent enables one to plunge oneself into a given interest, which of course results in improved quality of life. In closing this first segment of discovering more about wealth, let's take a moment and examine how you, as a reader, can take steps towards bringing wealth into your life. Are you ready for the ultimate life change and to start working on the financial freedom you need to make the most out of life? Well, this is only the start of it. In the next video, we will introduce some more of the angles and ideas that will provide you with even more knowledge about wealth and its role in one's life. Therefore, do not lose the opportunity to become our loyal subscriber and turn on notifications to follow this path together. What specific action will you be taking today to get you closer to the lifestyle you have always wanted to live? Come on, let's go.